This is WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast.
.1008 at WPSL 1590, the talk of the Treasure Coast. And you're on Careology with Roxy Brown.
Good morning. Everyone's hearing, oh, this is a different voice. Hi, Greg. Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm not sure.
You're not. So this is going to be a good show.
I had 2 basketball games this weekend. I'm still recovering.
You're still recovering?
Yeah.
Who you wanted to win, did they win?
Oh, IRC, you bet. Yeah.
All right. So it's a good weekend.
Won
then.
twice. The ladies beat Tallahassee at Tallahassee, which was wonderful.
Okay.
Good weekend for the Pioneers.
There you go. I love that. Well, welcome to Careology. This is your host, Roxy, and it is great to be with you on a Monday morning on November the 6th. Wow. November. It feels like January just started the new year.
And just think, let's see, it's November 6th. Is that the date?
Today's November 6th. My grandson's birthday is today. Asher, happy birthday.
All right.
He turns big number 3. So we're going to wish him a really, really happy birthday. But November the 6th, the year is done.
And November 28th, the WPSL Christmas Kids shows begin.
I love that. Are you excited about that?
I think so.
Well, November 22nd, Care Bag Sneaker Drive for our kids.
There you go.
Are beginning, and we have a lot of people who are interested, and everyone's like, Roxy, no toys. You know what? We have WPSL kid toys for kids into the schools, which is phenomenal. Kids are getting toys from there. We have so many other platforms that does toys. So we want to stick with our mission, and our mission, giving kids new sneakers to go on their feet with socks and underwear, that lines up with our mission. So if this is your first time tuning in, Careology is a subsidiary of CareBag Incorporated. CareBag is a nonprofit 501c3 here on the Treasure Coast. We are 6 years old, going to 7 years and 2 months in January 17th. And our mission is to ensure that everyone, regardless of your current situation, is able to access proper hygiene with dignity. We believe that hygiene should not be taken for granted. And it is our mission to ensure that the homeless and families that are in need have the necessary resources to stay clean and healthy. Yes, we provide soap, we provide deodorant, but part of being healthy is making sure that you have clean socks, clean underwear, and shoes, that the sole is together and there are no rips or holes. And starting back into the school year, we want kids, everyone needs a toy, I get that, but you know what? You need proper shoes on your feet to go to school, to go to church, to go anywhere. And that is something we're providing. Right now we have 200 kids that we're providing for. So if anyone is interested in being a part of that, go to givecarebag.com, which will take you to our website that you can go ahead and just click. You want to register. There's a link, and you can choose, do you want a boy? Do you want a girl? What age you want? Or if it doesn't matter. And within 72 hours, we will send you the child or family that you want to go ahead and bless and be their secret Santa.
Nice.
So that's
very
it.
nice.
It's very important, and we want to. There's so many WPSL. That is their mission. They do the kids, they do the toys, and we want to stay on our mission. And these way, the kids can be doubly blessed from so many different other partners and organizations. So we're really looking forward to that. And Jeff Luck is going to be there.
All right, Jeff Luck, the former Treasure Coast Titan, and of course of NFL fame as well.
And so many.
Nice.
I'm not a big NFL. So see, I just say the truth. I'm not a big NFL. So I had to look him up. And when I looked him up, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, very, very good. I mean, he is putting something into the community, and he is giving back. He's a philanthropist. He's an entrepreneur, and he's giving back and wants to give back to his community. So CareBag, we are really, really blessed to have him. And as long he will be there to greet our kids and take pictures. And we're very, very excited about that.
Well, you know, one of our players on the IRC basketball team, asked me on the bus. We were coming back from Miami, and he said, "Hey, that Roxy is doing a sneaker drive. You think she could get me some new sneakers. I said, I don't think she has any size 18. They look like skis
They
on
look like
his
skis
foot.
on his foot. So well, what happened is our registration had to close because we met our quota in less than 12 hours.
Very
We met
cool.
our quota in less than 12 hours. I wanted to keep it up for 5 days and I couldn't. We met our quota, boom, we were done.
Nice,
And
nice.
we are looking at, because we're funded by Children's Services, it is children 18 and under.
Oh,
That it
wow.
is because we're funded with Children's Services. It's children 18 and under in the St. Lucie County area. So this is we're sticking to home base, everybody.
And they do magnificent work.
Oh,
at
they
Children's
do. They do.
Services.
They do magnificent work, and we are so excited and so proud to be a part of that. And because of that, we're just going forward with that, and we love that. I'm really looking forward to December 22nd. We have so many individuals on board, and we're going to be having it at our office, and we have our beautiful Hearts Unfold that's going to be making it into a winter wonderland. And I think it's just going to be actually excellent for the children. I think it's going to be great, and I'm really, really loving and getting excited. I'm getting excited about it, and it's just wonderful. And I have some news I wanted to share. We were looking over the last quarter of just what our shower units did. And between Martin County at Love, Hope, and Action, between Vero at the Salvation Army, and between the First Methodist Church, we have over 5,000 showers we have done this quarter to homeless individuals and families. And that is amazing. It's sad, but it is amazing that we are there to provide that service.
Are there any other groups similar to yours around the country, or are you really unique?
I'm unique here on the Treasure Coast, but I actually got this idea from California. California has the largest homeless population other than Hawaii. Hawaii is number one, but California has it, but they have buses. And when I looked at the buses, some states have other mobile shower units around, but I didn't want a bus. The first thing I thought about, if the bus breaks, we can't give showers. But by having a trailer unit, they had vans, they had buses, they had box trucks, they had a lot of different things. But when I looked at it, the first thing I said, the engine breaks, the alternator, something happens, you're stuck. You're really stuck. If something happens to any of our trucks, we can actually just go ahead and just move it along and go where we got to go. So that's why we did our trailers. So we have 2 mobile shower trailers, but we are actually basically looking to go ahead and get another one. We're in conversation with some of our donors because the need is so great. So that's why we are going to do another one. So we're very, very excited about that. And our mobile hygiene pantry is on the move. And because it's on the move, more people are being served, more people are being helped, and we're very excited about that. And our office is still open on Thursday. Families are coming in. So anyone within the sound of my voice, we've initiated a new policy starting November 1st. Anyone that comes in for Pampers must bring a birth certificate. We tried to do the honor system, but unfortunately, you always have some people that try to skirt and skate by.
Now, how does that happen? What do they do? They try to resell. They try to
Well,
sell
we
the
don't know. We
products,
don't know
or-
what we're doing, but I've noticed it for a while.
Uh-huh.
And what I have to be very careful of. I'm not going to tell anyone you don't need it. You don't have a
Right.
child. I'm never ever going to do that because we treat people with dignity. But I am beholden to my donors and to the individuals that give me money, and they know that at Care Bag and Roxy we do it right.
Mhm.
And I want to be not only beholding, but I want to know that the money they are giving to me are going to people that are needing. So what I've decided now, we need everywhere else you go, you need to do a birth certificate. They were bringing the children in. We can see the children.
Yep.
That was fine. The weather's getting a little cooler. Don't want sick babies in the office. So now I need the birth certificate. We keep a copy of that. And the birth certificate must line up with the name. It's just that simple. The same thing that we do with our Christmas. When we did the toys, we're doing the sneakers. I must see the child. During the holidays, the child must actually be present. That's it.
It's so unfortunate that when somebody's trying to do something to actually help people, there are folks out there trying to
To
use
scam.
it
Yes, there are folks out
scam.
there
Yeah.
trying to scam, but I'm very beholden to my donors. I'm
Right.
very beholden to when someone writes me a check, and I want to know whatever we get is being used properly and it's going to the children. So if you decided to go ahead and put some sneakers on there for size 17 and you're bringing a 5-year-old to me, you're going to be highly disappointed. It's not going home. You and I'm noticing men and women stop shopping for somebody else and start looking after your child. That's
Yeah.
a whole nother show. I don't even want to go ahead and touch that. We need to be looking after our children. Stop trying to impress the man or the woman in your life. Get a job.
Yeah.
Get a
Straighten
job,
up and get a
straighten up, get
job.
in the job and do what you got to do. But we are putting the children
That's what my
first.
parents told
Yeah.
me growing up.
So I had, last year, any other little gifts that we had that the parents didn't show up with the children, we donated them to the fire department, to Kiwanis for their back to school for their children,
Mhm.
reputable organizations that we deal with. And that's how it goes.
Excellent.
That's what we do. So if you're coming to get from Care Bag, you better come right because we're vetting everyone.
And if you're going to help Care Bag, remember you're helping a very, very, very honest group of individuals that run the
Oh yeah,
run the
that's
situation.
we have some good volunteers, we have some good partners. Hawk, who has been, like Greg said, been with this station forever. He's a big supporter of Lexus, has Treasure Coast is a big supporter. Grozer Builders, Chrissy. We have so many people that stand behind us, children's services, the police department volunteers, Impact 100. We have so many good organizations. But this year, I think it's a little bit different. I really, really want to make sure that every child that signs up gets a new pair of sneakers on their feet. I'm not talking about $200-300 sneakers, something that is solid on their feet. When you need, you are just happy and grateful to get. That is what we're looking for.
My family was so big when I was growing up. I remember being in elementary school a couple times having talking shoes that sort of had a flap at the bottom like a mouse.
Well, sometimes some kids come in and I say, "Oh, you got on flip flops." So when I look, the sole is just flapping, and if we can do something, not everyone can do, and I understand.
Well,
we're giving away underwear, we're giving away socks, we're giving away pajamas and T-shirts.
and other kids are not always
Yeah.
kind about that
No,
to
they're
kids.
not.
And so you got to help the kids. You're really helping the kids when you're
That's
doing
true.
that because, well, it's a self-esteem thing.
It is. So if you say, you know what, Roxy, Care Bag, Cliff, I can't afford sneakers, go and buy some girls' underwear, some boys' underwear, some T-shirts, some socks, some pajamas. We're doing Christmas boxes.
Mhm,
And in that Christmas box, when they get their sneakers, we want to put other little things in there. Because if you can't afford sneakers, 9 times out of 10, underwear, socks, and all of that
Yeah.
is even a little bit harder. So we want to go ahead and be able to assist and be able to help. And that is our goal for this holiday season for our kids. But I'm just going to jump, Cliff, and I'm going to say a little something. Sometimes, I used to find news that was funny, and I found this one that was really, really, it's funny, but it's sad in a way. An Alabama pastor was outed out by a right-wing conservative. He was a conservative pastor. He was the mayor and a pastor, and apparently died by suicide. That's the sad part. But this is the part I find funny now. And I want, some of you might not agree with me, but I do find this
Well,
funny.
strange if nothing else. That's for
Okay,
sure.
a conservative news blog published photos of him dressed in women's clothing. Allegedly, he was leading a secret life as a transgender woman.
Oh.
So, this is the question. Who took the photo? Because you had to be the same place he was where he was dressed.
Ooh.
You see, you shouldn't be talking about the pastor. You should be talking about who took the picture. Because you had, wherever he was dressed up in his dress, you had to be there also dressed up in his
Gee, I
dress.
hope it wasn't the church secretary took that picture.
You see what I'm saying? So, you know what? We really need to be careful of little things that we do. So they went to go and do a welfare check on him, and that's where he was found on Friday. And it's very sad that he felt he had to do that. And the article said that he had a social media account, transitioning transgender curvy girl. He was a big guy. And it's sad about the whole situation, but I always look at the story behind the story. If there was, why is anyone asking that good question? If there was a photo taken, whoever took that photo had to be part of this group. So that means you're with the group. You've known him, you know what he belongs to. My question is, what were you doing there? That makes you just go, mm. So these are the questions we need to ask yourself. We love to throw rocks into glass houses, but yet our glass house there is dirty as ever. So, we need to be this. You can't do this to individuals. You break them. So whoever this man was, being a pastor and the mayor, one, his faith wasn't strong enough for him to go ahead and get through what he had to get through. You shouldn't have tried to be leading people if you're doing this. That's number one. But we're not going to talk about that. But my thing is that whoever took this, you were there. So when I read something like that, I just don't look at the story. I think of how the story began. One of the next things that really kind of lit a fire under me, we have this group that is called Just Stop Oil Protesters. So I love the museum, Cliff. I love art. I love books. I, living abroad, I used to love to go to museums, go to the Louvre, up in Paris, just go. I travel the world. I just always love to go to museums. I used to sit in England, in London. I used to just sit in museums in the corner, have my lunch, look at the art, read a book. You're able to do that.
Yeah.
This was before COVID and before everything else. So these stop oil protesters are trying to make a point of taking oil and throwing it on masterpieces in museums that you cannot recreate again, and destroying 17th century art to make a point about the oil, that the oil is going ahead and messing up the world, and millions are dying due to the oil and gas licensing, and I understand your platform, but what you are doing now, you are going ahead and you are slashing and you are desecrating works of art that other people cannot enjoy. So that doesn't make you any better of what you were trying to stop. That is in museums so that we and others and future others can go ahead and come and enjoy it. And how dare you think that what you're doing is okay? What makes you think? And you're not just, it's not just a little bit of, it's not water paint, Cliff. I'm talking about, hammers and smashing glasses and doing and vandalizing good artwork.
Oh, that's shameful.
And you want to stop the oil. You're not making this any better. You're making this worse. One wrong does not make another wrong right. And I want you to stop, because you're just I don't the young people are not thinking. You're thinking that you're trying to make a point. No, you're just making it worse. And you're making it worse. You're making it worse that copycatters want to go ahead and do this. Other people want to do this okay, I can do this too, to make my point across.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
They don't make a right. And it's just, I'm reading this and I'm sitting there and I'm like, so frustrated. I remember back years ago, me and my husband used to say, we need to travel the world and we need to see everything before people destroy it.
Wow, good thinking.
Well, no, that was a couple years ago, and then that's what started to happen. Look what started. They started to it in Egypt. Look what they're doing in museums. And these are things that once you see it, it becomes part of your history. It becomes part of your life. It becomes part of a conversation you have with your children, your grandchildren, further down. And that's what history is. So when these stupid people, yes, I call them stupid. When these stupid people do idiotic things like this, you're taking away something from the rest of them. You're being selfish, because no one's walking into your house and vandalizing what you have. So what makes you think it's all right to do it in someone else? And I think we need to think that if you don't want someone to do it in your house, don't do it in someone else's house.
We need to bring back an old feature that used to work. It was called shame. When you shame people that do things they shouldn't do.
I don't think people care anymore. People don't care anymore about shame. Me and Greg were talking about, people don't care anymore about shaming. They don't care anymore about lying. They just do what they want to do. People don't care anymore. And that's why we are at the situation we are in
They
on
wonder
every
why there are
level.
consequences.
We're
though.
we're on that politically, we're on that socially, we're on that religiously, on every aspect of our life. You can't talk about anything because people lie, they shame, they do so much. Everything is just an off topic now.
The only woke I'm concerned with is that my alarm clock goes off at the right time every morning.
That almost
That-
messed me up.
That's woke to me. And well, I'll tell you what, when it comes to people destroying like landmarks and statues, historical figures,
Yeah.
because they didn't like what they represented, and they might not even have an accurate perception of that representation.
They went ahead and destroyed a 17th century painting done in the 1630s in an art gallery. They actually threw a tin tomato soup at Van Gogh's sunflower painting.
Wow.
You don't know the damage that this is causing to something that we have that we can enjoy. Things were left for us to enjoy, and I don't think people think you. This is what happens when you have idle hands and idle minds.
Mhm.
You know, get a job, do something constructive with your life. And
Yes.
because you don't do anything, people are sleeping all day. You wake up, oh, that's a great idea. No, it's not. If you had something constructive to do, you wouldn't be doing
To
this.
do
And
something
that's
that helps
important.
others, that's even better because
That's even
you'll
much
actually
better.
feel better about things when you do things like that.
Yes, that's even much better. So, you know, I was reading this and I was going through this and I was like, you know what? Wow. You know, how much more are we going to do? And these are young kids. These are kids that need to be in school. They need to be doing something. And it's just really sad. And I don't know what we can do, but most young people don't want to work anymore. And so, because idle hands and idle minds, they always say at a devil's workshop, we're going to have a lot more of this going on, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
A lot more of this. We're going to go ahead and be back with Careology, but we just want to thank our sponsors, St. Lucie Jewelry and Carl Coins Talk. Thank you so much. Treasure Coast Lexus, the Woods family, and the Treasure Coast Lexus family. Thank you too for always going ahead and being behind Careology. We are going to almost the end of the year. January starts another year. Careology is going to be on. I can't believe it. And one, I can't believe that we're in November. That's number one. But we just want to thank our sponsors, everyone that has really been supportive of us. And we'll be right back after these very, very, very important messages.
You're listening to Careology, the science of caring with Roxy Brown. We'll be right back.
Thinking of building your next home or renovating? Come see us at Groza Builders. We will create a home suited for your lifestyle. With years of experience means we give you a complete professional service from a dream to a concept. You will get the best results, best value, best quality is what you get from Groza Builders. Visit us at grozerbuilders.com. You deserve better. You deserve Groza. Create custom business signage that customers can't miss or resist. Let Design a Sign in Port St. Lucie help you get the job done right. Over 80 years combined experience. Get it right the first time. Call 772-337-4027 and tell them Roxy said to call. Remember, call 772-337-4020. Design a Sign in Port St. Lucie. Hi, this is Roxy from Careology, and I just want to talk about volunteering. Volunteers don't necessarily have the time, but they have the heart. It takes courage and dedication to offer your time and skills to help out a cause that is a noble act that deserves recognition. Volunteering is a great way to make a difference in our community, and CareBag needs your help. We are looking for dedicated volunteers. So please get a pen, get a paper, and take down this number. It's 772-222-7399. Call us and let us know you're interested. We are looking for volunteers for the evening hours between 5 and 8 p.m. to go to our soup kitchens with our new mobile hygiene pantry. I look forward to hearing from every one of you. And remember, volunteers don't necessarily have the time, but they have the heart. Thank you.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie.
We now return to Careology, the science of caring, presented each week at this time by CareBag and hosted by Roxy Brown.
Yes, thank you. And we are back again. It has, I'm looking at just the whole time with here going towards the end of the month and just reflecting back on everything that we've been doing. And we've had a real, all of us, myself, Cliff, everyone, it's just been a real rocky year. A lot has happened through this year, and we're not going to touch on too much. We're not going to touch on politics, but we are bombarded with what is happening in Israel, and we are bombarded with what's happening in Gaza. And a lot of people have been saying, Roxy, you're not talking about it. It's not really political. It's not really political. It is the rights of individuals and kidnapping individuals, babies, old people, bombing camps and hospitals where children and sick people are and elderly people are. On both sides of the road, neither one is right. That's my take on it. And neither one is right. When you have individuals that are being killed, especially children, taking people out of their home and killing people for no reason, that to me, that makes no sense. So for those people who want to know, Roxy, what is your stance on it? I am just sick and bloody tired of this.
Well, there are things we're really getting tired of reporting every week.
And not only that, Cliff, what you got to remember, what has been happening between Israel and Palestine has been happening when Jesus walked the earth.
Yep, it's been going on a long time.
So if that's been happening when Jesus walked the earth, what makes you think that nations can come together and fix that? It wasn't fixed when he was here. How do you think you're greater than him is to fix it? But because I said people have time on their hands and people are just about hate and racism. It's a little bit more than black and white. And I think some people don't realize that. Racism just has to do with just being unkind to someone just because of you not liking them for any reason at all. It could be not only the color of their skin, it could also be their religion. It could also be just the clothes they wear, a hijab. It could be the hat they have. It could be the yarmulke on the top of their head. It could be 101 different things. So when that happens, we need to really go ahead and recognize that. And it is really, really sad at what's going on. So when people said, Roxy, you're not talking about that, I'm going to need 3-4 shows to talk about that.
Yeah,
because
it can't be covered in just one show.
No, and not only that, I don't want to cover it, because this is what I'm looking at right now, is that there are too many dead children, there are too many dead women, there are too many dead elderly people on both sides. There are people that are missing. There are young people who are celebrating their religion. There was just so many death and so many things that have happened. You can't touch on it, and you can't. Both sides are wrong. I don't care what it doesn't matter. You can't say, oh, someone started it. This has been going on for centuries. So you don't know who started it. Somebody just didn't wake up one morning and decide, I'm just going to grab you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to blow this up. This has been going on for centuries when Jesus walked this earth. And there's no White House. There is no anywhere that can say we're going to fix this and do this. This is beyond this. This is a point where you just need prayer and hope. And what happened is now we're spilling it over into our daily lives. Having protests here, having protests there, that is not going to fix the situation, because I'm telling you, nobody's listening. What they're doing behind closed doors has nothing to do with you sitting up there protesting. They don't care. If they cared, everything that happened with Floyd, everything that happened with these young men that were just wearing hoodies, that were being killed by police killing, nobody's caring, nobody's talking. The things that happen behind closed doors happens behind closed doors. Not unless it goes to the court and they allow you in, that you can know what's going on.
You know what's amazing though? In spite of all the things that go on, there are still people out there who are ready to help and assist
Yeah.
when these things do occur
Yeah.
all over the world, whether it's a hurricane or a war. There are people standing by in this country ready to give what it takes to help. And
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
You know, there's so much hate. I remember in Charlotte when the lady had gotten killed by that car that just ran her over. Um you know, you have so many things that happen, and it happens. The school shooting happens, we have mass shootings happen, and something happen, and then guess what happens? We move along to the next story. We are so desensitized to everything that happens. We just hear the next one and the next one, and we just keep going on and on and on and on. You know, we have so much happening at home. We need to concentrate on what's happening at home. I always say it. When people ask me, I always say, we can help anywhere all over the world, but we really need to start working at what's happening at home, because people are struggling. Maybe it's because I see it on a day-to-day level during Care Bag and through other agencies. People are coming out of their apartments, individuals. I need you people to listen to me. People are coming out of their apartments, they're coming out of their homes that they're renting, they're upgrading to a bigger vehicle to live in their vehicle.
Wow.
That's what they're doing.
I've had a theory all along, though. It all starts with you, and it all starts with you helping in your own neighborhood,
Yeah.
your own backyard.
That's
your
it.
Your next door neighbors.
Your next door neighbors. People, so I'm going to say it again. Before people get out their homes, they're upgrading to a bigger vehicle so their families can live in their vehicle. That's why our showers, we are giving so many more showers. Because that's the one thing you really can't have in your vehicle is a shower. You know, you cannot afford where you live and you're working. You're going to work every single day, but you just can't afford it.
Even if you have a motor home, you still can't just park it anywhere you want
No,
and
you
live
cannot.
in it. You have to put it in a park. You can't put it on private property in somebody's yard. You can't do that.
No, you cannot. And not a lot of the times you got to pay for it to be there.
Yeah.
So people are just moving around. You're not stable. The kids are not stable. But this is what's happening here. So even though we're hearing news from all around the world, in New York City, we're going to jump from Florida, we're going to jump to New York City. All the migrants that they're having now that are coming across that they've been they're about to be put out. So that means they're about to be put out on the street.
Yep.
What's going to happen to them?
Right.
You know, and then when it gets cold, so let me help all of you. When it gets cold, where do you think they're going to start going to? The warm weather. Guess where it's
Florida.
warm? Everywhere. The easiest place to get to.
You can't blame folks for wanting to come to Florida.
Yeah, California is warm too, but guess what? That's a little close to 4,000 miles away from up north. Florida's easy to get to.
Yes.
Florida is very easy to get to. So when it gets too cold up there, this is where they're going to start coming to. So, you know, we need to think. We need to start getting out of our little box that we're in. Some of you are just in your backyard. You need to open your gate. You need to look out. You need to see what's going on in the world. Not even what's going on in the world. What's going on in your own backyard. You need to go down the street. I passed a man today coming here, and I was on the phone with someone, and I said, isn't this a shame? Not only are you homeless and you are struggling, but you can see the mental illness in this individual. And why are we not taking him, getting him off the street and putting him somewhere that we can medicate? Because it takes some medication to help him. He was just ranting and raving while I was driving to the studio. And I was like, oh boy, you know, how are we going to assist? 9 times out of 10, when I drive back in that same road, I'm not going to see him. I couldn't stop because I was heading here this morning. But these are things we need to worry. Nothing is wrong with worrying about what's going on in the world and helping in the world. But when are we going to start worrying about what can we do to help the individuals here? So, you know, we help dogs, we help cats. I have a dog, we love him to death. But when are we going to start helping the ones on 2 feet? We'll help the ones on 4. And we'll help the ones with wings.
Yeah.
When are we going to start helping the ones on 2 feet?
I wonder if we ever got anywhere when we had political candidates in the studio, and you confronted them about just that. We have shelters for animals, but we don't have shelters for humans.
28.
Over 28
Over
shelters
28.
for animals.
Mm-hmm.
And those
Under
include
Treasure
the no-kill shelters.
Mm-hmm.
We need no-kill shelters for people.
No kill doesn't mean no kill.
Right.
No kill means we're not just going to hurry up and kill you.
Ah.
That's what it means. Because when they run out of room, unfortunately, and they don't adopt, the sick ones will go first.
Oh.
So no kill doesn't mean no kill.
Oh.
But the point is, at least they have a place. Now, a lot of people tell me, "Well, Roxy, animals really don't, really didn't deserve." No, animals. You're right. Animals don't deserve, and we are a voice for our animals.
Yeah.
I have an animal, and I am my Prince Blue's voice. My dog, my pit bull is Prince Blue. I am my Prince Blue's voice.
I love the sticker on your laptop.
Thanks.
That's awesome.
I love pit bulls. That I am his voice. But then again, the individuals, especially the children that are with their parents living in these conditions, who are their voice? Their parents can no longer have their voice. Their parents are struggling. So why can't we be a voice for these children? And being a voice for the children means we have to be a voice also for the parents. Because sometimes when you're struggling and your back is against the wall, you make the stupidest decisions. You make the decisions that right there and then you think can solve your problem.
Mhm.
And decisions you make hastily are never the right decision. I can guarantee you that are never the right decision. I went to do something, went to the wash house this morning because I got blankets and rugs. You know, I'm not going to put them in my washing machine. I went to the wash house and doing spring cleaning this morning, got all the rugs off the floor and, you know, got everything. I'm in a hurry. I want to get this done. I got stuff to do. I could have thrown everything in one washing machine and just get it done. But guess what? That's not going to solve my problem. That's going to make it worse. That's a rush decision.
Right.
That's not going to make it worse. I need to separate everything. You need to take your time. And when you're in a rush, you're not taking your time because you're in a rush. These parents don't take their time because they don't have the time, the patience, or the energy to go ahead and take their time, sit down, and think it out. They need a decision right then and there. And 9 times out of 10, it is not always the right decision. So this is where CareBag, other nonprofits come in, that we come and we give you that little grace. We give you that time. And it's individuals like you who are listening that are able to do this, that say, you know what? I can go ahead and I can donate. I can go ahead and I can help. I can buy these sneakers. I can buy some packs of Pampers. I can go ahead. I can make some food and give it to this agency. You know, this is the time where the community comes together. We have so many people here locally that are suffering. Let's see what we can do to brighten up their time for the end of the year. The end of time, November and December and January are the highest times where people commit suicide.
I wonder why. Perhaps the holiday
It's the
season,
holidays.
the fond memories haunt them.
It's not, I don't, it's not only people used to think, oh, it's not the memories. It's, I'm alone. I can't do this. My family has nothing. You know, what am I going to do for my family? What am I going to do for myself? I don't have anyone to sit down and eat a meal with. Some people don't care, but some do. Some do. I remember in New York, I remember growing up in New York, if you want to see police on the Brooklyn Bridge, Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day,
Really?
they used to just watch the bridge. People used to just jump off the bridge, you know, because that's an easy way. That's an easy way. And that was their job because, and it's been happening a long time, but because now we're talking about suicide prevention, we're talking about mental illness. When people are lonely, this is what happens to them. And we need to keep that in mind. This is what's happening at home, you know? So if you are interested and you are concerned, you know, reach out to CareBag. If you want to find out how can I help, what can I do, reach out to us because we deal with the vulnerable. We deal with those people who make rash decisions and we want to know we can help them. And to us, that is important. So like again, I'm just going to go over what we had. Like again, January 22nd, we are having our Christmas drive and it is putting new shoes on kids' feet for the holidays. We have 200 children. We have, I think it's what, 70 something families. So if you want to adopt a child, you want to adopt a family, you want to adopt 5 or 6 kids, you know, let us know. I have the list. You go ahead and you can text 772-222-7399, or you can go on our website at givecarebag.com, or it will lead you right to our official website. All the information is there that you can go ahead and you can see how you can go ahead and gift. our registration is closed because we reached the max of 200 kids. And just to let you know, we have NFL player Jeff Luck. He will be giving out our Christmas box, helping us give out our Christmas boxes along with Santa. And I heard that the Grinch is supposed to show up, but we got a lot of elves there that day to
I've
help.
heard that the Grinch has kind of straightened up his act a bit, and he gets
He
along
better
good with
straighten up
kids
his
now.
act when he comes to Care Bag, because we don't deal with that. We don't do naughty. So, we want this to be a nice holiday for the kids. We want them to have a good time. This is not about me. This is not about you. This is about them. And putting children in need at the forefront, I think that is the best holiday you can give yourself.
The Grinch was running with the fire district last year. I
Yeah,
saw him.
he was running.
I saw that bright green.
Yeah, we just want to make sure that our kids have a fabulous holiday. And nothing is nicer than to know that we can supply them the hygiene they need by having new sneakers, clean socks, clean underwear. We have the school district coming to us to pick up for the kids. And these are now, we used to deal with the high school. Now we're dealing with elementary classes. Elementary classes, kids coming to school without underwear because parents can't wash them, or they just don't have enough, or they're not good enough to come to school. Come on, America. This is not how our kids should be going to school. As they said it, there's an adage that says the village raise our children. And we all need to be doing this as a village, raising our children. No child should be going to school without underwear.
All right, villagers, time to
Pony
step
up.
forward.
Step forward and show that this is your community. This is our future. When you think about it, this is our future. And it is us who needs to look after them. So, I dare anyone, let me see what you can do. That's a dare. What can you do for our kids in our community? GiveCareBag.com. It takes you to our official website. You can go ahead and gift here, and gifting here, you can become a secret shopper. And we ask a few questions. We ask you your name, number, email. Do you prefer email or text? We ask, how many children do you want to shop for? Do you want a boy or girl, or it doesn't matter? The age of your children, what that you'd like to help. And if oh my goodness, Roxy, I don't have the time to go shopping. You know what? One of our elves will go ahead and purchase. You let us know how many you want to buy, and you go ahead and send us the money, and one of our elves will put your name on it and go ahead. And those that are donating, if you want to come by and see these kids, we're doing it in sectional hours because we have so many. If you want to come in on the 22nd and see what's going on, you are free to come. We open. You don't have to tell me you're coming. You just come and just look at the smiles on these child faces. We don't hide anything at Care Bag. We are an open book.
If somebody wanted to inquire as to how to adopt a child or a family, they just call Care Bag or 211.
They can go on our website at givecarebag.com, and we have a special link on our website, and it says gift here. And when you go to gift here, it takes you right there, and you can go and see it. I'm going to show Cliff right now. This is our website. And if you click right here, gift here, there, you go ahead and you click right there. You can become a secret Santa, and
Santa
all
shopping
the information is there. It lets you how many kids do you want to go ahead and shop for? How many families do you want to shop for? We get this, and within 48 to 72 hours, we go ahead and we'll text or email, whatever you preferred, and we'll send you that child's name, and we'll go ahead and you can let us know when you're done, and we'll tell you where we can pick it up. We have your information. We want this to be a community engagement. And if you want to stop by to see the children picking up, you are free to stop by. Nothing is in a closet or hidden anywhere. Right. It's going to be at our office. We're doing a nice, beautiful Santa workshop that they can come and the kids can feel the love. And that's what it is. It's all about feeling the love for our kids.
It's a beautiful thing when we all get together on this now.
And if some say, you know what, I'd rather do toys. WPSL is doing their toy drive for their kids. So get with WPSL for their kids, for their toys. There's so much going on for the holiday. I don't know about anyone else, Cliff, but when I give to someone, it just feels good. I don't know. It feels good when you shop for somebody
That's why
else.
it was once said it's better to give than to receive, because you feel
it
better
feels
for
good.
giving.
And let me tell you
Give,
something.
you feel good.
Everyone keeps talking about, oh, why these rich people got all this money? Because they give. When you give, God seems to go ahead and replenish what you have. So if you're wondering, oh my goodness, I'm always down. Start giving, because it's amazing. You give, the little you give will just multiply, especially when you give to someone you don't know.
Right,
It's a
especially
good feeling. It's,
especially someone who
yeah,
can't pay you back either.
and especially when, one, you're not looking to be paid back.
Right.
You don't know who it is. You know they could never give you back. They don't even know who you are. That is the best gift you can give, not only to them, but to yourself. And it feels good. I take kids off the list. It doesn't matter who I am. I take kids off the list. I don't know what kid I take. I just take, I buy, and that's it. Because it doesn't matter. To see these faces in here,
Oh, yeah.
it makes it feel good. And that's what it's about. Getting goosebumps, huh, Cliff? Yeah.
Well, beside it being cold in here, yes.
Oh, it feels good in here. But that's what Care Bag is about. So Care Bag is about one thing and one thing only. Our mission is to make sure homeless and the families in need have the necessary resources to stay clean and healthy. And this is a part about staying clean and healthy. And we want to do that. And we're happy that we have this platform that we can share this with you. And my name is Roxy. I'm the CEO and founder of Care Bag. And I am your Careologist on Careology here at WPSL. And I invite everyone to get on board. Let's see how many happy feet we can make this holiday season. I think that's going to be great.
Now you need to get involved with Careology because it's habit forming. You start caring about people, and your life will change.
When you start caring about people, you start feeling good, and feeling good is contagious. And if we can spread it person by person by person, it's going to be so amazing what can happen.
But if we all do just one at a time, we'll get everybody eventually.
And that would be good. And we love that. So that's what we want to do. And we're happy to be a part of that. And I'm just so grateful for that. And, it's important, it's important to be kind. It's important to love. But above all, it's important to look after the ones that cannot look after themselves.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're trying to do. And me and Cliff always, so I'm tired of hearing the flip-flops of sneakers coming in. I'm tired of seeing holes in the sneakers. I'm tired of teachers telling me kids are coming in with no socks, no underwear. Because if you don't have that, I can't imagine the t-shirts and the pajamas that you have. So just imagine a kid opening up a box, and in that box is a brand new pair of sneakers. But when they look, they see new underwear, new socks, new pajamas, new t-shirts, just everything they need, that when they go to school, their dignity is intact.
Right. And the bullies have nothing
to say about. And that is what's about. We want to keep kids going to school. And to us, that's important. So if you want to get involved, we're making a plea from the heart. Nothing is more important than our children. I'm going to say it again. Nothing is more important than looking after our children. GiveCareBag.com. That's the only thing you have to do. GiveCareBag.com. If you say, you know what, I don't even have time to type in it, 772-222-7399. That takes you directly. You can go ahead and text, and I can send it right to your phone, and you can go ahead and get on there. It's important. It has been a privilege, again, to be with you. I will be out for the next couple of weeks. Miles would be taking over, and he has some great shows planned for you.
Yeah, he always brings an exciting guest.
Oh yeah, he always brings up exciting guests. And I will be back, and when I'm back, it's going to be close to almost the end of the year, but it's such a privilege to be on here, to have all of you, men, women, just listening to what Careology and what we're doing in the community. And we just honor you, and we're grateful for you.
Don't forget, while watching any videos of the archives of this show, you'll occasionally see a QR code appear on the screen. Just focus your phone on it, and it'll automatically put a link on your phone that you tap, and you can see how you can help with Care Bag. Absolutely.
And that is all courtesy of Mr. Cliff. So we are gracious for that. But this is Roxy. I'm going to sign out, and I want to say it has been a great year coming up. We're coming up to the end of the year, so I can say it.
Yeah. Okay.
I will not be here, and I hope everyone within the sound of my voice, when Thanksgiving comes, you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And I wish you and your family the best. And remember, if you are feeling lonely, call the suicide hotline, 988. If you need someone to talk to, if you need anything. This is Roxy with Careology. And again, it's been a pleasure. And Cliff, I wish you the best holiday Thanksgiving when it comes up.
Oh, I'll be happy to see it come along, because it almost did a while back.
Oh yes. Well, you know what? We're not even going to think about that.
That's
just
right.
gonna-
See, that
we're gonna
stuff,
focus on the positive
that
here.
that stuff is it happens to everybody. So
Yes.
everybody remember, when you're looking at the kids, you're looking at the future.
That's
Right
it.
in the eye. And you've been listening to Careology, presented by CareBag, hosted by Roxy Brown. Go to their website, check it out, or hit the QR code on your screen, and your cell phone will take it from there.